Welcome ladies and gentlemen to another casted game for Age of Empires 4, and today we are on Lipany, and in the southwest corner of the map we've got Kasva playing in red as the French. And his opponent today in the northeast playing as the Abbasid dynasty in yellow is RaccAttack. This will be a cool civilization matchup on Lipany today. The French versus the Abbasid dynasty. The Abbasid dynasty often, I guess, hailed as a counter-civ to the French in many ways, of course having access to camels, camel archers. They're the only civilizations to get it, and they are very much a direct counter to the French knights. But of course, the French aren't all just about knights. They've got the arbaletier, a very nice unit with a high base damage, and can do a lot of damage even up against spearmen. We see Kasva now transitioning to gold as expected for the French. 7 on food, 2 to gold, standard builds here. Will we see a 2-town center play for the Abbasid dynasty? Will they take out the fresh foodstuffs technology using the House of Wisdom? We shall see, we shall see. But certainly excited to see Kasva now really committing hard to Age of Empires 4. Will he be able to qualify for the main event, Red Bull Wallow Legacy? Certainly hope so. He's been playing very well, and certainly one of the most kind of fun players to watch. You know, of course, alongside 3DB, and we shall see. A couple of Age of Empires 2 players are starting to make their way over to Age of Empires 4 and trying to qualify as well. And not full-time, obviously. I mean, you've got players like Doubt trying to qualify for the Red Bull Wallow Legacy main event, Age of Empires 4. And Vinicius has been playing Age of Empires 4 recently as well. Obviously, he's secured his position in the main event for Age of Empires 2. And I've seen some games between him and 3DB at the moment. So that suggests that maybe he has one eye on Red Bull Wallow for Age of Empires 4 as well. We shall see. Villagers continuing to go on food for Kasva. Going to be getting up that age up very soon with the School of Cavalry most likely. And villagers are on berries there for RaccAttack. As expected, doesn't actually have the House of Wisdom just yet, which is rather curious. He has actually opted for the lumber camp first, making sure the efficiency is on point. There is that House of Wisdom now going at 2.5 minutes. So the issue for him is that he's going to have to build this House of Wisdom. He's going to have to research the technology, you know, the economic wing. And by that time, I suspect Kasva will already be up to the next stage with a couple of knights in his base. That'll be a bit of a concern. RaccAttack can't afford the wood for the barracks just yet. The berries are far forward as well. That would be a problem for him. That's a very prime location to be attacked by knights. Possibility of that happening. House of Wisdom has now been built. RaccAttack should be able to queue up the next stage very soon though. Just needs to drop off some food there. And maybe one drop off for gold. And there it is. There's the economic wing. There it is. Yep, there it is. Just come in now. But that's an issue because Kasva is already almost 3/4 of the way to the next stage. 5 villagers on that School of Cavalry. We'll be transitioning to wood after that. Will Kasva go for the traditional knights and archer composition for the French today? No villagers on stone just yet for RaccAttack. He has clicked up to the next stage, but not transitioning to stone. Maybe looking to get some spearmen out on the field first, just so he can defend himself. There is that barracks now. We'll be looking to get some spearmen out, but Kasva getting to the field age already. We'll be queuing up an early knight, a French royal knight. And that knight will be making his way across the map very soon. Villagers on gold being harassed here by RaccAttack. Villagers do get the shears out. Kind of try and fight some of the scouts. Kind of annoying here. Back and forth, RaccAttack bringing the scouts. Kasva just going to ignore that for a while, I suspect. Barracks does go up. Spearmen will be queued up for RaccAttack, I suspect. RaccAttack. Spearmen. Yep, okay, it's queued up now. The Spearman will be coming up, needing to defend that berry patch, but is a knight out yet for Kasva? It is indeed. It's going to be making his way across the map, through the stealth forest, through the cliffs. That's actually open there. I think it's going to make his way through there. Yeah, it's actually a very quick path through his opponent. I think it's open there as well. That's actually quite rough. If that's open, that's pretty rough. That's actually a very direct route. It is open. RaccAttack does have 1 spearman, but the charge attack on that will probably be doing enough damage to take it out. Spearman being pulled away by Kasva with the scout. Really smart play there, but RaccAttack is wise to the ruse. He brings the spearman back. Really nice micro here. Oh, the knight gets a charge on the villager. The villager should be going down. That is indeed the case. Already 1 villager down. 2 spearmen are out. The Kasva's knight does take a lot of HP loss though. But certainly worth it, that is for sure. Second knight will be popping out soon from the School of Cavalry. The knight making his way on the right side. Needs to be microed though, because the spearman taking one more hit on that knight will do quite some critical damage. Wolves continuing the chase as well. RaccAttack still not transitioning onto stone. Focusing at this point on getting the hardened spearman upgrade. He's getting fresh foodstuffs. Still waiting for that upgrade to come in. Spearman gets a good hit on the scout. 2 spearmen remain on that berry patch. Have now been upgraded to hardened spearmen. There's a knight at home for Kasva, bringing in a couple of them. 2 knights now on the field, a third joining the party. Kasva going to head forward again. Villagers being pulled off berries though preemptively. Villagers going to be protected here with spearmen on the wood line. And there's going to be a stable being put down as well. Looks like it's going to be stable spearmen opening here for the Abbasid dynasty up against the French. Do we see a range going down? That is indeed the case. I think RaccAttack spotted that. So with the range going down, it's going to be that Knight Archer play for the French, played by Kasva here in red. And we're going to see Spearmen and Archers, sorry, Spearmen and Horsemen for RaccAttack. Now the good thing for the Abbasid dynasty, obviously getting fresh foodstuffs means that the villagers are half price. You get 2 for the price of 1, means you'll be able to pump in those food for the Horsemen. Giving 2 Spearmen here on this villager, looking to make sure he gets the palisade walls up. The deer patch there, you're going to need to be able to expand to that later. That'll be a nice food income for him. Maybe with a second town centre perhaps. Speaking of second town centre, he is now moving to stone, looking to get that second town centre with a decent number of villagers. 7 of them, keeping 3 spearmen on hand just in case he's under pressure. Where is the army from Kasva? Cycling around the right side, 4 knights and a scout. Scout will be offering that extra vision. He's going to need the archers with him. Where are those archers? Don't see them just yet. A knight being kept on this little hill here, quite strategically. Keeps vision on the map there. Okay, a couple of horsemen popping out now for the Abbasid dynasty and RaccAttack. And a few spears as well. Okay, 4 knights heading forwards with a couple of archers in behind. Add that 5th knight into the mix as well. There are 4 spearmen there, so this is going to be a bit of an engagement here. I think the archers need to get involved on the spears. Will the knights get the charge attack? Will he dive? RaccAttack doesn't have the stone he needs just yet. Oh, bit of dancing around. The horse, we're going to try and take an attack on the archers. Good micro here, as you can see. The archers trying to focus fire on the spearmen. Only 2 archers though. They will be cleaned up by the horsemen. That's a bit of a problem here for Kasva. He has to head back. Spearmen get a good engagement here. I'm not sure that's wise, but Kasva is going to lose everything. RaccAttack getting huge amounts of kills here. What is going on? Kasva wasn't noticing for a long period of time. He loses... He only actually loses 1 knight there. And that's actually very lucky. Look how low on health these knights are. These knights have to back off. Kasva needs to invest in chivalry, but that does slow the push down quite significantly. Those knights need to head back home. They need to heal up. The chivalry going to be very, very useful here. Knights does clear up 2 of the horsemen there, it seems. And things will certainly calm down for at least for a while now. Okay, pocket economy is going to be established here. Berry's going to be taken, I suspect. Kasva might move out onto the map a little bit. It's going to be a second town centre for Kasva on that deer patch. We talked about it earlier. Moving out forward onto the map. And that it will be with the second town centre. Of course, he knows that the Abbasid dynasty is going for a second town centre, so it makes sense for the French to copy. Don't forget the French will be producing villages at a faster rate here. 35 villages for RaccAttack, 37 for Kasva. Second town centre is up and running now in a very nice location. I mean, it's not near like a resource, but it's nice and protected here. Oh, okay, so we see quite a bit of doubling down. Going to be heavy feudal age aggression here for RaccAttack, you suspect. 3 stables going to be being built One's already been built. Barracks and an archery range, so RaccAttack going to be aggressive here. As I said, it's going to be walling up the centre part as well, so maybe not. Looking to defend the position, maybe looking to get a boom out here. But he does want to get enough military on the field as well. Yep, certainly expending a lot of wood on the walls on the right side. Has a bit of walling up to do here on the left though. Lipany, quite an awkward map at times. But it's going to be double stable, double archery range for Kasva and the French. Going to try and break through the palisades here. Villagers might need to be pulled away for RaccAttack, or at least needs to keep his army in position. He's going to send the spears and the horsemen as well. And Kasva will need to pay attention here. Not sure if he has chivalry. I suspect he has. I think that's why those knights are healed up a little bit. Continues to send his army there. Knights and archers, and trouble for RaccAttack. He doesn't really have the horseman count he needs. He's going to pull the villagers back. He needs to buy himself some time here. Yeah, he needs those horsemen. And he needs them desperately. Doesn't really have that many sheep. He's focusing a lot on the berries. And we see a camel archer coming out. A camel rider. Yeah, no, it's camel archer. That's actually quite key in this matchup because, of course, the camel archer causes horse cavalry to deal out 20% less damage. So having camel archer really, really effective here. Especially having just one or two, that's all it needs. Kasva getting some walls, damaging the walls again. A couple of villagers might die here. Just two, though. Overall, not the worst thing to happen. Again, it's just buying himself some time here. RaccAttack going to be able to get some more horsemen on the field. Lots of spears, lots of horsemen. Got plenty of spears. We'll need them, though. Just sticking with the two town centres for now. We'll expand to the pocket economies on the deer there. Needs to be careful not to get those sniped. Kasva manages to move over that position. That could become very deadly. It doesn't seem to be... Oh, there is a gate though. There is a gate. That's fine. Okay, Knights and Archers going through now. RaccAttack's walls have been taken down. Villagers here on the berries might have to back off there. RaccAttack. Might need to pull those villagers back. RaccAttack. RaccAttack. Oh my god, the villagers are going to go down. Charge attack goes off. Only one goes down, to be fair. I guess RaccAttack is quite happy because if he does lose the villagers, then Kasva will lose the army because they won't be fighting. Kasva taking a fight against the spears, that's not a good idea. Horsemen charging in, this is a fantastic fight for RaccAttack. He has two camel archers in behind. The horsemen are going to continue the chase. The archers are dead there for Kasva. Didn't have enough. Too many spearmen on the field, and now Kasva having to back off. RaccAttack was okay keeping those villagers there because now he's pressuring. Archers go down, and now RaccAttack can be aggressive here. The fact is, RaccAttack will have a stronger military here because of the fact that fresh foodstuffs means that villagers cost half price, whereas Kasva has no such discount. Kasva's going to struggle here. He's got full knights, doesn't have any counter to the spearmen. Has a couple of archers, but not enough. Only double archery range, and that's the problem for Kasva. RaccAttack going to break down that gate. Could just focus fire and just go further ahead. Try and get some eco damage, but he's not. It's giving Kasva a bit of a window of opportunity to build up. Building a third archery range. I'm not sure why RaccAttack's not diving in or getting some more scouting info. He's going to push forward now. I think RaccAttack might be even looking to get a third town center behind this. Yeah, that is the strategy. I didn't even have to look, and that's exactly what it's doing. And you can kind of call these plays for now, because when you're aggressive, once you're taking a really big fight, you can do one of two things. You can double down and be super aggressive and just pile on the pressure, try and snowball, or you can think about getting an extra town center. And as the Abbasid dynasty, well, why not? Because the third town center won't be that expensive for you, just the initial upfront cost, and the villagers won't be all that more expensive. But the good thing for the Abbasid dynasty is you could potentially do both. I think RaccAttack might be opting for the castle age. He's eyeing up castle age. He's got villagers and gold. I think that is the play here. Kasva's going to be struggling. He's going to be caught up in the feudal age. He's spending all his food trying to replenish the army that he lost. And he did lose a lot. But will RaccAttack be able to defend himself when he gets to the castle age? Or if he gets to the castle age, because he's struggling on the gold. Not so sure. He's going for barracks. Is he going for castle age? Not sure. Got plenty of gold. Yeah, he is indeed. He just used the market to rebalance, I think. He doesn't have a market. Getting a market now, though. I think he just needed one drop off, and now he can afford the culture wing. Going to go up to the next stage. And fantastic thing about the culture wing is when he does get to the next stage, he'll be able to get the upgrades for free, not for free, but for cheaply. The Delhi Sultanate is the civilization that gets it for free. Another a pocket of colonies for Kasva under attack. This might force Kasva into a fight. RaccAttack spears, though, not really in position. Where are those spears for RaccAttack? Have they been brought home? The knights are charging. Spears, where are you? Getting an outpost now on the pocket economies. That's actually a good play by Kasva. Needs to protect that position. Pretty sure RaccAttack had a lot more spearmen. Not entirely sure where they've gone to. Certainly not with the main army, though. In any case, plenty of villages and gold. It looks like it's going to be a man-at-arms switch. He did place more barracks and he's continuing to do so. He's getting some archer ranges as well. Bit hard to call. I think it'd be man-at-arms. There are the spearmen there on this side. Kasva really struggling on the food count despite the number of villages on food. He's got 39 villages on food. Holy smokes. He's producing so much army here. Knights and archers, but it might be caught up by Castle Age army now. Still about 30 seconds away though. RaccAttack, I don't think you want to take the fight just yet. There's no need to. You can get his Castle Age upgrades first. Kasva opted not to take the fight. I think Kasva's looking to get to the Castle Age himself. He's a bit behind though. There's that Castle Age for RaccAttack. Will Kasva dive now? Will he start to attack? Will he start to be aggressive? Will he wait for Castle Age himself? It looks like he's waiting for Castle Age himself. What's he going up with? Going up with the Guild Hall. Expecting a longish game here then, Kasva. Doesn't want to commit too much, but I think RaccAttack might start to commit. Let's take a look at what he's opting for. Getting the upgrades. Getting Preservation of Knowledge, and then I suspect he'll be getting the upgrades for his units. Getting Blacksmith upgrades in the meantime, though. Got Steeled Arrow, RaccAttack. I think that might be Camel Archers. Or crossbows, actually. Alright, it's going to be interesting. Crossbows being added. Crossbow spears. So it wasn't man-at-arms. He's going to continue with the spearman line. Once the culture wing upgrade, the preservation of knowledge comes in for RaccAttack, I suspect we'll see the upgrades coming in for the units themselves. Kasva does get up to the Castle Age. Will RaccAttack pressure now? I think RaccAttack opting to just build up his economy and his army at this point, not being aggressive. Getting at the, as you can see, going to get the eco upgrades there for horticulture and double broadaxe, as well as the gold mining upgrades, specialized pick, getting the blacksmith upgrades, getting the veterancy for his spearmen, and also getting phalanx upgrade. You get to really bolster this army now. Let's take a look at the village count. 83 for RaccAttack, 85 for Kasva. Kasva marginally ahead. The military going to be strong here for RaccAttack. Getting a mangonel on the field as well. Where will Kasva attack from? His army was on the left side. Will it be there? He's keeping his army on the left side, but RaccAttack has other options, other plans. He's opting to attack on the right side, and it's interesting that Kasva went up with the Guild Hall, not Royal Institute. You could have had Imperial Age upgrades coming in, but it's not going to be the case. There is wedge rivets, there's decarbonization, there's the veterancy for the spearmen for RaccAttack. And here comes the veterancy for the archers for Kasva, and also cantled saddles coming in for his knights. Knights have been separated from the archers just now. Quite a few villages on stone. It looks like he might be opting for a keep. Picking up some relics someone is, I'm not entirely sure. It's Kasva. RaccAttack slowly pushing forward with his army in the stealth forest. Uh-oh, 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 uh-oh. The knights are coming through to the heart of the base of RaccAttack. Gonna get picked to pieces, this villagers. Holy smokes, Kasva gonna annihilate those villages and golds. So many of them going down. But RaccAttack going to pressure as well, and he's got siege. He's going to take out the production buildings. It's a case of who can trade bases quicker or destroy bases quicker. It looks like Kasva's heading back. That's actually rather surprising. Surprising he's not going to attack and try and take out the... I mean, he could potentially siege down the House of Wisdom and Town Centre, no? In fact, the army is looking pretty strong here for RaccAttack though, so we don't want to leave this unchecked. Holy smokes, these production buildings are going down quickly. The Knights caught out of position, the Archer's not there, the Mangidel's in position. The Archers can't take this fight. It's going to be Springalds. Springalds. Kasva needs more Springalds. Needs to take care of the Mangonel. Mangonel always going to be a threat to those archers there for Kasva. Now this is a pressure here. RaccAttack pressurizing the School of Cavalry. This is a problem for Kasva. He's not going to be able to defend his position. The Knights aren't in position. He's going to have to take one big fight here, and I'm not sure if he's going to get there in time. It's not really a fight he can take. There's too many spearmen. The spearmen are going to be able to brace here. They've got phalanx upgrades. These are veteran spearmen. The spearmen clash against the Knights. Knights get stunned. The Knights are going to go down. The Mangonel are going to get shot on the archers. The Knights are going to try and dive on the Mangonel. The Mangonel gets a shot off though. The archers lose so much HP. And the Mangonel are being... Oh, the Mangonel's not been taken out. The Mangonel gets another shot on the archers, takes quite a few of them off. Mangonel does get taken down by the Springles, but at what cost? The Knights are all down, the Spearmans are charging, and the Camel Archers and also the Camel Riders are charging forward as well. There's not enough archers here. There's a couple of horsemen in the mix as well as crossbows. RaccAttack's military looking supreme here. There's so many of them, 20 of them, and the army does reign supreme for RaccAttack. The Abbasid dynasty triumphing over the French here today. RaccAttack beating Kasva on Lipany. What a fantastic game that was. A really nice game to watch here. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you're watching on YouTube, do give the video a thumbs up. If you're watching on Twitch, stick around because we'll be continuing some more casted games. Take care, guys, and see you next time.